Hello everyone, welcome back once again in English video. And today in this video we are going to take our literature portion, and in this video we will do a poem, that is The Quarrel. The Quarrel, this poem has been taken from your book Honeysuckle, and the poet of this poem is Eleanor Farjeon. Now later on we will also study something about this poet Eleanor Farjeon, but first of all we will take the poem, we will take the explanation of this poem. Now let's start the poem. Now, as an introduction part, I would like to ask you that do you have siblings? What do you mean by siblings? Siblings are the brother or sister. Who all are having brother or sister? They have siblings. So brother, if you are having brother or sister, your own brother and sister, they are known as siblings. Some of you might be having brother or sister, or one brother or two brother, two sisters, one brother, like this. But mostly everyone has siblings. Alright. And do you fight with your siblings? Yes, very often. You fight with your siblings in small things, like why you have taken my book, alright, why you are playing with my toys, why you are riding my bicycle, why you are sitting on my couch or sofa or chair. Like, these are the small things which siblings fight on, right? You people do this thing? Yes, every siblings do this thing. They fight over things which are very small, but afterwards they get into that fight very seriously, and that fight goes very strong. All right, so in this poem also we are going to study about the poet, all right, for Eleanor Farjeon, that how she has described her fight with her sibling. Now Eleanor Farjeon is a female poet, so we will take I as she or her. All right, so the poet is female. So let's start with the poem, explanation of the poem. Now, I quarreled with my brother. I don't know what about. One thing led to another, and somehow we fell out. Now here the poet is starting the poem is starting describing the quarrel which she had with his brother when she was child. All right, so she is saying that I quarreled with my brother. I used to quarrel with my brother, and really we don't know, or I didn't know that what was the matter, what was the topic really it was to fight about. And really we didn't know that what was it a serious matter to fight on, or was it just we wanted to fight. So she really didn't know that why did they fight. One thing led to another, and somehow we fell out. Now one thing led to another. There was one only single thing that she said that, why using my pen? All right, and then this matter led to another matter. Then brother would say something else, then like, you also used my eraser, or you also used my colors. In this way, one thing led to another, means one matter led to another matter. They keep on fighting, and somehow we fell out. Then they fell out means they started quarreling. Somehow we fell out means they started quarreling on one topic, and it led to another. The start of it was slight, the end of it was strong. Now she also explains that once they started fighting, when they started quarreling, the start was very slight. Slight means small. It was very small fight in the starting, but till the end it grew very strong. Till the end, the fight went to the end, it just grew very strong fight. It got very serious. He said he was right, I knew he was wrong. And then she says that my brother, he means brother, so he said he was right. she says that her brother always said that he is right, because whenever there is a fight or whenever there is a quarrel between siblings, both of them say that I am right. Brother will say no, I am right. Sister will say no, you are wrong, I am right. So in both the point of views, in the both are right. So she says that my brother always said that he was right, but I knew that he was wrong. Now here in the last sentence, I knew he was wrong, she says she is saying that I was right because I know that he was wrong. Alright, so now in the next paragraph, she says, we hated one another. The afternoon turned black. Now, what happened when that small fight, that in the starting, the fight which was very small and which was very slight, and at the end it grew very strong. Alright, so what happened? What result came out? The result of that fight, that they started hating each other. What result was after that fight? That they started hating each other. The afternoon turned black. Now what do we mean by this sentence? Afternoon turned black. Turned black means when the both had fight, they both were upset, they both were sad. So that afternoon which on which they had a fight, it turned black, it turned unpleasant, it turned unhappy. Black means it turned unhappy. They both were upset, they both were very sad because they had a fight. Their mood was off, so that's why that afternoon was unpleasant for them. Now what happened next? Then suddenly my brother thumped me on my back. Now after that, suddenly what happened? That his brother, my brother, who is saying my brother? The poet. Alright, the poet says that then suddenly what happened? My brother came to me and he thumped on my back. What do you mean by thumped? Thumped means pat, or you can say hit with your fist. Like whenever you do something good, whenever you do great, your parents or your friends or your teachers pat you on your back. Okay, very good, you have done a very good thing, like this. Or with love also we pat somebody, like we pat our pets. When we play with our pets, we pat them or we thumb them on their back, their head. So thumbed means to pat or to hit with the fist. It doesn't mean that hitting very hard, that it hurt, but hitting very softly. Alright, the thumb means hitting with the fist with very soft hand. Now, he thumped me on my back. Now my brother came to me suddenly and then he thumped me, hit me on my back and said, oh, come along. We can't go on all night. And what did he say to her while he was thumping her on the back? He said that come along, come with me. We can't go on all the night. What do you mean by this? We can't go on all the night. The sentence means that he says that we can't go on all night. We can't sit like this with our moods off and then not talking to each other with our upset mood. We can't go like this. We cannot fight further. So he says that come along, let's be friends now, and then we cannot go like this. We cannot fight like this whole night. I was in the wrong, so he was in the right. Now when he says that come along, we can't go all night, we can't fight all the night, I was in the wrong. He also says that okay, fine, I was in the wrong. Now for making her sibling, her sister, friend again, what he says that okay, fine, I was in the wrong. Now she says, so he was in the right. Now when his brother comes to her to make her friend again, to patch up whatever had been they had been gone through, he comes to her to patch up, and what does he says to her to patch up or to fresh her sister's mood? He says, okay, fine, I was on the wrong. All right. And when he says this, that yes, okay, I admit that I was in the wrong, then the poet says, that Alian Farjan says that, okay, when he said this, that I was in the wrong, now he is in the right, because he has accepted that he is wrong. All right, he was wrong, so now he's doing the right thing, and now he is in the right. So children, I hope you have understood this poem, and you can read this poem again and again so that you can understand and learn the words of this poem. You need not to write this poem in your notebooks. I don't have book, so I have written in a page. I have written here and to just explain you. All right, so you will not write this poem in your notebooks. Now let's move on. Let's just have a look about the poet's life. Now the poet is a female poet. This poet is a female person, and her name is Elinor Farjian. She was born in 13th Feb 1881 in London, and she died at her birthplace only in June 1965 in London only. Some other creations of Elinor Farjian is Kings and Queen, Jim at the Corner, The Little Book Room, etc. Now these are some other poems she has written. She used to write generally about children, small poems about small kids. All right, and she was a very famous poet. She won many awards also for her writings. So this was your poem, The Quarrel by Elinor Farjian. You have to learn the poet's name along with the correct spelling of the poet. All right, so that in case if the question comes, who is the poet of the poem, you will be able to answer it correctly. Now this poem is from your book Honeysuckle. You have to learn the book also, that from which book, because you are having two books. Poem is only in this book Honeysuckle, but still you need to know, you need to learn that from which book this poem has been taken. All right, now let's get started with the exercise work of this poem. This is your worksheet number 31, and you have to submit this worksheet on the submission date. The submission date which has been given to you is 21 August 2020. All right, children, before starting your work, always put date and worksheet number on the top of the page like I have written over here, and also read the instructions properly every time in every worksheet before doing your worksheet. Just don't take it as that these instructions are always the same. Maybe in some worksheets the instruction, one or two instructions may differ. All right, so read the instructions properly, carefully before starting your written work or any other thing, or reading work or written work. Now first of all, I have written the worksheet number, date, day, and then I have written the poem name, The Quarrel, book from Honeysuckle, poet Elinor Farjian. Alright, write these details very carefully. Their spellings should be very correct. Now first exercise is hard words. There are only three hard words: quarreled, slight, and thumped. Now children, hard word doesn't mean that you just copy down the words and learn the spellings. You should know the correct pronunciation of the words also which you are writing. All right, so let me read once again. Quarreled, second is slight, third is thumped. All right, next is word meaning. Now first word, same as in hard words, quarreled. It is a verb in the second form because there is ed. Quarreled, it's a verb and its meaning is argue or fight. Second is slight. It is an adjective. Verb, adjective, verb. I have written this. This is the kind of words. These words are kind. That what kind of word it is. Slight is an adjective and it means small or little. Third word is thumped. Thumped word is a verb and it is in second form. You can see here ed form. It means hit or strike with the fist. Fist you all know. Alright, fist you all know is fist. Now, some of the questions I have written in the worksheet, but after that I will explain you and then I will write the answers in your worksheet. First is, answer the following questions. Who is quarreling in the poem? Siblings are quarreling in the poem. Who are quarreling in the poem? Siblings. Who are the siblings? Brother and sisters. Alright. Brother and sister means brother and sisters from the same parents. Cousins are brothers and sisters from other, like uncle and aunt. Alright. But siblings are brothers and sisters from the same parents. Second is, B is, why are they quarreling? Why were they quarreling? They don't even know the reason why they are quarreling. It started on a small matter. Now, as I have explained you in the poem, that the poet says that she didn't even know that why did they fight or on what matter the fight started. It was just a small matter, and it grew very strong in the end. So they didn't even know the actual matter, that why did they started fighting. Next is, answer with reference to context. Now you have been doing your reference to context in previous worksheets also, and I have also explained you the meaning of reference to context. Reference to context means that some of the lines from your chapter or the poem will be given to you, and you have to read those lines. You have to read those lines very carefully, and you have to answer the questions which are based on those particular lines, though you can say those particular context. So context means the paragraph or the content which has been given to you. Alright, and reference means you have to refer those paragraph or lines or sentences or context to answer the questions that has been given to you. Alright, so let's get started with the first one. The first context is, I quarreled with my brother. I don't know what about. One thing led to another, and somehow we fell out. The start of it was light, the end of it was strong. He said he was right. I knew he was wrong. Now, the first question is, from which poem these lines have been taken? Now, what will be the answer? You will write the correct and complete sentence, children. You will not just write down the poem name and the book name. You will write the complete sentence. Make a habit of giving the answer in complete sentence. Unless it is mentioned that the answer in one word, you will give your answer in a complete sentence. If it has been given to you that give the answers in short, you will write at least 1 or 2 sentences, which is the minimum requirement of the answer. Alright, short doesn't means one word. One word answer means one word answer. You will have to write answer in one word. But if it is not mentioned one word, you will write the complete sentence. Alright, now from which poem these lines have been taken? You will write these lines have been, this is from your question only, these lines have been taken from it's asked poem. From the poem, you will write the poem name in capital letter. The Quarrel. You can put single inverted commas. These lines have been taken from the poem The Quarrel, from the book Honeysuckle. Alright. Now you will say that it is not asked to write the name of book. It is option that you can write also, you cannot write, but if it is asked, you will write. Next is, who is the poet of the given lines? Now that's why I have told you this kind of question might come in your exam, so you need to learn the poet's name also. So you will write the complete sentence. Eleanor Farjeon is the poet of the given lines. Alright. Next is explain the meaning of the following. Fell out, the start of it was slight. Now first of all you will write first fell out. Fell out means the quarrel started. Alright. Second is the start of it was slight, slight means that the start or the beginning of the fight was very small or little. Yes, I have explained you the meaning of this sentence, so you will write that meaning only. The start of it was slight. It means the start of the beginning of the fight was very small or little. Next context is sorry. We hated one another. The afternoon turned black. Then suddenly my brother thumped me on the back and said, "Oh, come along. We can't go on all night." I was in the wrong, so he was in the right. Now, the question is, from where these lines have been taken? Now, in this paragraph, in this question, I have just changed the language of the question, right? But this means the same as the previous one. What was the question in the previous, first question in the previous context? It was, from which poem these lines have been taken. Now here it is, from where these lines have been taken from. Now from, I have written it again, from where these lines have been taken. It will only be taken. Alright. Now what will be the answer? From where these lines have been taken? You will write from the question only. These lines have been taken from the book, from the poem The Quarrel. The Quarrel, from the book Honeysuckle. Suckle. Alright. Next is, who is the poet of the given lines? You have to write the poet's name. Eleanor, Eleanor, Eleanor Far, Jeon, Eleanor Farjeon. It's not J, it's Jeon. Eleanor Farjeon is the poet of the given lines. Alright. Next is, what does the speaker means by the afternoon turned black? The answer is yes. What does this mean? The afternoon turned black means that after the fight, or you can say quarrel also, after the fight or quarrel, They both were very upset and sad. So that afternoon became very unpleasant. UNPLEAS, unpleasant, SNT, and unhappy. Okay. The last question is sorry, why do you think that the brother thumped the speaker on her back? Now, answer is the brother thumped the speaker on her back because he wanted to patch up with her and be friends again. Yes, this was the reason why he came to her and he thumped on her back, because he wanted to patch up. That's why he accepted that, yes, okay, fine, I am wrong. Alright, when he accepted, then they patched up and they became friends again. Children, you all know that why does the fight occurs? Fight occurs when two persons have different point of views. Alright, two persons have different point of views. One is saying this is right, another one is says no, you are wrong, this is right. So when it is a fight between two people, they both have different point of views, they both have different you can say they both are, maybe they both are correct on their views in their ways, but they think that if I am correct, the person in front of us is wrong. So it is not like that, children. Whenever you are having a discussion with your siblings or your friends, alright, just try and understand their point of view also. Now, God has made every person equally, but their thinking can be different from ours. Alright, the point of view, the thinking ways can be different from ours. So if I am right, doesn't mean that the person in front of us is wrong, or if that person thinks that he is right, that we are wrong. No, the point of views can be different. So try and understand the point of view of other person who is in front of you, whom you are getting discussion with, and this will what it will lead to. It will not lead to fight then. All right. So if in case that you are thinking that okay, fine, you are also right, I am also right, all right, then fight will not occur and you will be always friends forever. So I hope you have learned something from this poem also, and I hope you have enjoyed this poem. So do your work properly, do your work on time, submit it on time, and till the next video, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.